Hey, um, are you gonna try and knock them over? Don't knock over my camera, please. Um, how has your week been going? Mine's been going okay. I'm being nagged, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Uh, I'm on a positive note this week. I started going through things and like with Ricky's paperwork, he had like tons of medical paperwork that he really didn't even have need during his lifetime, and but he left it for me to get rid of now. um so I did, I took care of that, and it was a lot. He had, like, those giant under the bed totes. It was like full. So but I was able to dispose of that so I could put his other paperwork in that and free up a tote for, say, my Christmas decorations, which were in 2 or 3 boxes. I'm trying to get rid of the cardboard boxes and just so I can have them in stackable totes and emptying things out. It actually, I was surprised at how much space it really did free up. Um, so went through some paperwork and got all that taken care of. Found a whole bunch of old photos that I got to reminisce over. Found a couple photos of us way back. Oh my. Like a couple years after we moved in together, like 95, 96. We had to go do this job up at Woodby Island for his company that he was working for at the time. Yeah, he was military, but he was, by the time we got together, he was enlist. He did re-enlist in '88, I believe it was '88. But when he came back from that tour, he just went into the reserves and had a civilian job for a restoration company, and I would help him out whenever I could. And it seems to me when we went to Woodby, which surprisingly we were on a military base up there, their church had a fire and we had to go up and take care of all the contents and things. So we got to spend like 3 days up there. It was a lot of fun because, well, the work wasn't very fun. I mean, you like sit there and chem sponge books on top of books on top of books for hours on end. But the off time was great. We got to go. We went to the beach. Went to different dinner places. But I came across some pictures that were taken that, because we weren't the only ones that went up there. He had some coworkers that went up as well. So they took pictures of us while up on the beach, and it was a lot of fun. Good times. We didn't have many bad times, but um, my med provider and I talked, and we're gonna see how I do minus the mood stabilizers, because mood stabilizers, antidepressants, that kind of medication. I have movement disorder, like it's like RLS, only it's the symptoms are different, but the triggers are the same. And antidepressants, mood stabilizers, things like that, anything that messes with the serotonin, or I can never remember the other chemical in my brain that It makes dopamine. That's it. Dopamine and serotonin. I can't take anything that messes with those. So the whole time I've been on this mood stabilizer, I've been having to take extra doses of my movement disorder medication. So we're gonna see how I do minus the mood stabilizer, because I've done very well this month. I've had a curveball thrown at me last month when my check got stolen out of the mail, and I ended up having to pay a huge late fee, which got tacked onto this month's rent. And so, but I made it through that little curveball without freaking out, without getting to the point of hurting myself. So I did, and I told this to my med provider, told her how proud I was, and we agreed that it's okay for me to try. We're just going to do a month, see how it goes. I still have them in case I feel the need to take them. I can call her and let her know this isn't working, I need to go back on, and I can go back on. I'm on a really low dose, so it's okay to do it this way, as long as I'm in touch with her, or at least in touch with one of her nurses, so they can convey to her what is going on. And then I'm going to call her in a month, and we're going to see where to go from there. So I'm very, very happy, very proud of myself that I don't have to. I hate pills. I really do. I hate taking pills. And if I can find other ways of dealing with things, and I've been doing very well with the wellness tools. She seems to think, as well as so do I, that my problem with my being tired all day and not having the energy to get anything done around the house may have something to do with the medication, because that's just one of their basic side effects. So, I talked to her, this started on Monday. So far I've been doing really well. Spoke with my therapist today. And she seemed pretty happy with my progress. So it looks like I may be, now, I've suffered from depression and PTSD all my life. But I go in cycles, and my cycles are very odd. This is the first time one has lasted as long as it has, and I think a lot to do with it is the fact that I was in that car accident back in 2011. I think I did end up getting something wrong with my brain, though they were never able to find anything. But I did have damage to my neck and my lower spine, so I think that may be. And then they put me on all those meds, which really messed me up, and they had me on them for years. But normally, how it always worked in the past, they knew I couldn't take the antidepressants, so they would just work it out through a therapist. It would last a couple of years, and then I would be fine for like 5-10 years. And then I'll go back into the depressive cycle. So I'm hoping I'm out of that. And, as far as the cycle goes, and I'm at what I would call the normal cycle, where I'm not having the depression, which I think would be it would be so nice. I'm still having trouble. I still get lonely at night. I am starting to reach out to more people. I have a neighbor. I might have mentioned him before. We're sharing the electric bill. Um, he actually came over to ask me a question the other day, and I thought he was Uber because I was waiting for Uber to come take me to get my smokes, and I go out the door and I go, Uber? And I go, oh, nope, it's you. And he goes, you're waiting for Uber? For what? And I told him I wanted to go get cigarettes around the corner. And he goes, around the corner? How much is that going to cost you? And as soon as I told him, he goes, call him and cancel, I'll take you. So I gave him a pack of cigarettes for taking me around. It's just around the corner, and it'll cost me like $12 plus a tip. And I always get these really nice drivers, so I always feel obligated to give them like a $5 tip for like a 6-block drive. Like, it's not even a mile, but, and we got talking. He's a really nice guy. He's a YouTuber too. He does what do they call it? A podcast with his brothers. He's got brothers down in Mexico. So he showed me the podcast and I saw the name, but it's like this big old long name that I can't remember. But I'll try and find it out and I'll pass it on to you guys. If any of you, well, you don't have to be able to speak in Spanish because you can always hit the subtitles. So, but it was interesting being out with somebody else, even though we weren't out. You know, he just took me to the smoke shop and back, and then I just hung out at his place for a little while, and I feel like I live in a castle now, because he's living in a fifth wheel, and those things are about this. It's about the size of this room here. I mean, and kitchen, living room, bathroom, bed, all of it is squeezed into this little trailer, literal fifth wheel trailer. So, but, so like I said, I've started coloring in my Cats Around the World one. I'm about to lose. I'm working on one color. When I'm working on a certain color, I keep it in the book so I don't forget which color I'm using, because I have a lot of colors over here. And I'm thinking on getting some gel pens to go with my this color book, because I got one in here I'm working. This one's got some really tiny spots in it, and the only way you're going to be able to work them is with a gel pen. And I used to do gel pens all the time, and they'd come out really nice. But all the ones I had before they're all dried up. I got markers over here, but I'm pretty sure they're all dried up. But yeah, like you can see that there, how intricate that is. You can't do that with a pencil or a crayon. You have to have a gel pen, a real fine tip gel pen. I have one in here I was working on. I don't know, is that it? I'm working on it for my kitchen. Yeah, see? I'm doing this in gel pen. Isn't that cute? A little kitty in a coffee cup. I need to finish that, but so I'm thinking I'm getting gel pens next payday. And that's about all that's been happening. I'm just kind of excited. It's going to be nice. One less pill. I've been doing pretty good on my water challenge. I talked to the nurse and I told her there's no way I can do 4 bottles a day. So, and she dropped it down to 1, and I'm actually doing 1.5 right now. So I'm hoping to be doing 2 maybe by the end of the month. So I can get that going on 29th. The program will really kick in, and I'll let you know how that goes. There's going to be all kinds of like challenges and games involved with it. So let's see if we can't get our health in order. I mean, I don't have anything else to do, right? Except talk to you guys. So I'm going to let you go, and we'll see you next week. Bye.